I'm Tanisha.
And I'm Kiara.
And you're now entering the sister chat. Welcome to Main Event Mamas.
Woo, woo. All right, so this week, it was a lot. So we're going to do something a little different this week. So I'm super excited. But first, we'll kick things off with how the hell was your week, girl?
It was all right. It was busy as fudge.
It was busy. Same.
Busy.
It was busy.
I mean, I got a 5th grader going to middle school. Woo! That's great. And I actually managed to have the co-parent and the partner in the same room. Yay!
I mean, that's a woohoo. I'll make sure we add like streamers or something at this point. That's a miracle.
It was
one
temporary.
thing, Jesus.
Hopefully it can continue. Yes. It's a win, no matter how it happened.
It don't matter how it happened. That's right. But yeah, no, it was a crazy week for me. Crazy week at work. I got birthdays coming up.
Ooh.
Baby girl's gonna be 16. So Mom's Hair Studio's been open, which is long hours. I want to shout out any hair professional out there because I am by no means a professional. But when I say I was on my feet for all of 9 hours this week and I'm still here, still ready, I mean, it's a miracle. So shout out to all y'all because I'm tired. That's right. Rounds of applause. And no, typically, this is where we get into our parenting and adulting section. But we're going to take a slight detour this week because we had a fun conversation that we want to let y'all in on.
Absolutely. It is about Black households, unfortunately. Granted, whatever. Black households and how they take family game night and games so serious that it starts fights.
Yes. So we're talking about the games that start fights in your house. And so here's how this came about because, summertime is here for my kids and not quite here for her kids. And it got us thinking about how we spent the summers with our dad together and how shenanigans happened related to a lot of the games because my dad was smart. He made sure we played a lot of games together. I don't think he knew how serious it would become.
He was trying to team build us. He was trying to teach us strategy and team building. Well, that was the plan. That's not how it always worked.
No, he taught us how to be card sharks. He taught us how to be pool sharks, if you remember. He also taught us how to negotiate among ourselves. I mean, it was the best business learning ground ever when we get into the monopolies of it all.
Technically, yeah. I mean, he taught us how to be little entrepreneurs.
That's right.
But scheming entrepreneurs.
I mean, that's not right. It's not right. All right. So we're going to count down the craziest games that we played and the ones that are guaranteed to start fights in your household. So things that you should be aware of as you get into these summer months and you want to just kick it with your family at the cookouts, we're trying to help you and also help us work through some therapy. Yes. Oh, I got some things to unpack.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm ready.
All right. So let's count down our top 5 games, right?
Ooh, 5. Got it.
5. All right. So let me start with.
Okay.
I'm going to start with.
Okay.
Sorry. All right, so let me tell y'all a quick story. So my dad introduced us to Sorry. He introduced us to Sorry, and I don't think I ever played this game previously. I think we had to be like middle school to almost like high school, almost somewhere in between there. Yeah. Nonetheless, so there's a crew of us, as I think we've told you. There's like 5, 6 of us, depending on who's there at any given summer, or more when you add the cousins.
Yes.
We roll deep in the Reynolds family. We roll deep. So the Sorry situation was, let's just, this is a fun game. Everybody can play. So with Sorry, I think only 4 people can play at a time. I think there's only 4, as I recall. Yes. I still have board games in my house.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure.
It is because you have the red, the yellow, the blue,
and green.
Green. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, and Sorry, if y'all don't know this game. It seems super simple. You just roll the dice. You can move forward or backwards, but the goal is to get to the zone and to get all the way up to whatever that bubbles in the middle. Is it Sorry?
In the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You can go forward and backwards. You can also bump people off along your way. Yeah. That's where things got real serious.
Yeah, that's where I got a flashback.
So My dad, I don't even know if he played. Maybe
He
he played
did.
with us.
That's the flashback I had. He played.
He
Mhm.
played with us this time because I'm
Uh-huh.
remembering the times when we weren't together. So when
Oh.
I tell you that thing got super serious and real reckless because we clearly took
Are
advantage of the
competitive.
bumping people off.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
that was a thing.
Yes.
We were all about bumping people off to the left and the right. And I would say that almost started some serious fights. And in fact, in my own house, it got real serious. It got real serious because we played with the teenagers and my husband, and somebody almost slept on the couch that day because he
He
forgets
bumped
how
you.
these alliances
He
work.
bumped you too hard?
Yes, he did. How you gonna bump me over and over again? That's not even the game that really got him in the doghouse, but that started it. That started it. So what'd you think about Sorry? How'd you like
Well, like
that
I
one?
said, I had the flashback of playing with Dad, and I felt like it was all of us. But when it came to, oh, I gotta knock you off, it was like he looked at you, and you were like, oh no. Especially if you were sitting next to him, you knew what was about to happen.
It was going
You were
down.
going to get bumped. Not just your piece. You were gonna get.
Yes. And the smart
And
talk that went with it.
he was like, sorry. And you was like, did you have to push me too? You could have just pushed the person over and then let me not try to do it back. I couldn't really I have to like, ooh, shut up.
Y'all was crazy. That's why I sit next to him playing.
I had to like kind of like, oh, like give him more shoulder. Like, just so y'all aware, our dad he was like, what, 6'6"?
No, what?
6'4"? He was
Dad was
definitely
6'2", honey.
whatever. He was still up there. He's over 6 feet.
Yeah, he was a bigger man. He was
And
like
he was
sometimes
over 300 pounds.
Yeah, yeah.
Solid. Not just fat. He was solid over 300 pounds. And let's imagine me as a teenager trying to move him. I had to do a little
I mean,
bit
you
more.
wasn't a football player, so I don't think that was
I
gonna...
mean, I had broad shoulders just like I have broad shoulders now.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
look at my line definition. Oh, the workout's working. Anyway, so
You look good.
You
look good.
Thank you. So yes, that was one of those. And then of course, let's not do it to our siblings, especially the babies. They
It was a
start crying,
problem.
and it was like, "Why
Yes.
you crying? We playing a game. If you can't play the game, get out the game."
What was the other rule? You can't. There's no crying.
There's no crying. You start crying, you gotta go. You can't play sorry, and then you're crying because you lose, and you got to go.
Yes, yes. It gets serious even still. Like we played it 2 summers ago. That's the last time we played Sorry. As you can imagine, it was a moment was had, and there was some crying, and so we had to be like, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? Once you cry, you got to go. So that's one of the rules you take away. If you want to play these games successfully, there's no tears in Black household game nights. Gotta hold that in.
Suck it up. Suck it up and use it as your trash talking.
That's right.
That's
That's where the trash talking starts.
Yeah.
All right.
Build character.
It does. All right. So let's see. Number 4.
Okay. Which one did you pick in? Ooh. Oh, I'm scared. By the face, I'm scared.
This one's number 4. You know what?
Okay.
I'm trying to remember that one where we had to press the...
That's Hungry Hippos.
No.
Oh, Trouble. That's Trouble.
That is a problem.
The thing was in the... When the...
It was in the bubble. Yes.
In the bubble.
Trouble.
And you had to press it. Trouble. Mm-hmm.
Yes. That also...
Is number 4?
Yeah. Okay. That was number 4. I feel like that one was a little bit more intense than Sorry.
Yes.
Because you had to hit the bubble. So there's a little bit of more of the like angriness of it. I can't remember the rules of Trouble. Do you remember?
I do not. I just know that you had to press the bubble and whatever the thing said, you had to move. And then I don't remember anything else after that, but it was the bubble because everyone would be like pressing the bubble aggressively, trying to make sure they got
Dramatic
as many
die. Yes, I remember that.
as they can make sure that their dice gave them as many as they needed.
Yes.
On the first try.
Yes. But I think it was like the goal of it was to move all of your colored pegs. Yeah, I'm looking it up in case y'all wondering why I'm looking off the screen. Into the finish zone. So it was similar to like the Sorry piece when you had to move the pegs, but ultimately they had like a situation where you had to press the pop-o-matic. That's where the die was. All right, slight technical issue we had there, but we're back. So it was a pop die for how many times you had to move, right? And then along you had to go back to the home spaces and stuff. Either way, trouble was trouble. That was worse than sorry because there was that aggressive popping. And it seems easier because there's not that many, it's not as many spaces as trouble. Like it definitely, I mean, as sorry, but I guess the name should have given us a warning of how we would be angry at each other after this game.
I just thought about it. We should do an honorable mention because of the thing, Hungry Hippos, because I know that's not in our top 5. And because there's something way, but the honorable mention is Hungry Hippos.
That's also because you're younger. It don't even matter how old. Like I was still playing that game to this day.
It was like, oh, you want me to
boom, 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 and then you be hitting people's hands like it was crazy. Yes. So I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know if you remember trouble, but that one caused trouble in our household. There was angry. We couldn't slam doors in Dad's house. That was the rule. There's no slamming doors. But there was definitely days where we wouldn't talk to each other. We would be going to other sides.
There was no slamming doors. There was no closing doors unless it was his door. And it was like, okay, Dad.
We didn't want to go past that door.
We know what that means when your door closed. It's nasty.
That's right.
Anyway.
That's right. All right. So yeah. So that was number 4. Okay.
Oh, I feel like the top 3 is going to be hard because they all cause issues.
I mean, I'm having a hard time here. I'm trying to decide what number 3 would be.
Spades.
Because I'm like, all right. Let's have a real conversation about spades, though. I don't know how to play spades.
And I think I tried to teach you, and I think I kicked you off my team because you didn't know what you were doing. So that's
exactly.
The one.
And how are you supposed to know what you're doing? Actually, you know what? We're gonna have a slash here. This I do know specific. We're gonna do spade / spit. Okay. So all right, you start with the spades, and let me tell you why. Because I never learned how to play. And no, you can't revoke my black card because I know you tried to teach me, but I didn't know.
No.
I didn't know.
And then you were like, what?
Right.
And I was like, yeah, nah.
You were not patient.
I was not, because you needed to learn. This books matter. I think you even made us go negative. And I was like, what are you doing?
I don't even know what that means.
You were done. I can't try to explain this to you and play with you. It ain't going to work. And because we were playing against Dad, and I forgot who else we were playing, and we were losing. And I was like, absolutely not. I am not losing. I am a winner. I do not do these things. Yeah.
That's crazy work. And that's why I still have not learned how to play spades and probably never will. But it's funny because my husband also is like, you don't know how to play? Like, sir, no, I still don't know how to play because it was not properly passed down. Dad or my mother, who also knows how to play spades, by the way, could have taught me. But did they do that? No.
Well, I did try.
So I'm looking at you, parents.
I tried.
This is your moment. This is a reminder that you can't get mad at your kids for not knowing how to play spades when you didn't teach them.
You know what? I think it's time for me to teach them how to play spades. But well, when we get to number 1 or number 2, well, I don't know which one, how you're going to rank those two, because those two are the top. I don't know. I feel like they should share space. You know what? We're just going to
Nope, they're not sharing the space. No. All right. So the other side of this is spit. So let me tell you about spit because you couldn't remember when I was trying to tell you what this was.
But do I remember that you did teach me or I learned or something?
I did.
That was something
and someone actually taught you. That's right. I taught you. It's how you become a card shark. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. So spit it's a game of speed. It's also known, like in other places, it's known as speed. But my teacher in middle school taught us when we were, I don't know, we were in like one of our, before school ended and she had nothing to do with us. So for us to do it. So she was like, here, play cards. Anyway, that's not exactly the best way to do things now. But, if our kids did stuff like that now, then maybe they would spend less time on their devices.
That is true.
Anyway.
Because that's all they teach us do now, too. All right, so we got computer time. Go ahead, get on the computer. And you be like...
Or you use your phone. We don't care. Use your phone. Goodbye. Ignore them for the last 3 days of school. But anyway, so the teacher taught us how to do spit, and it's a game of speed, essentially, right? So you have these 5 books, and the goal is to... you're supposed to put the card one up or one below the card that's in your pile. But you have to keep an eye on what your competitor's doing at the same time. Because whoever gets through the cards first wins. But actually, you have to say spit first. Sorry. So you have to be the one who says spit when the person's on the last card. So it doesn't matter if it's your deck or their deck, but that's how you get a deck. And the idea is to go through all the decks all the cards. It's crazy. I mean, when I tell you, this was the most fun game, and we played it almost every single day. I became such a card shark that summer. Between that and I Declare War. But I became
I'm about to say,
real
I Declare War
serious.
is up there too.
Yeah.
We're going to have 2 honorable mentions. I
Yes.
Declare War, because
That was serious.
that's serious too. And I actually played that with my partner's mom and sister.
You
the first time I
did?
actually came over and like met his sisters and one of his
Didn't
brother.
other things happen that day too? Were we sober while we were playing I Declare War?
Actually, I didn't
Okay.
partake. Okay, fine. I'll tell you this damn story. So since she wants to allude to it, this was Mother's Day 2 years ago. I went over and me and his mom and his sister were playing I Declare War. First, me and his mom was playing I Declare War. His little sister came and was like, y'all want some gummies? And initially I said, nah, I'm good. I'm okay, because I realized I'm with his family. I can't get crazy. This is ridiculous. No. Not going to do it. It's bad enough. I think whatever. Not going to do it. Then I see him take one. He looked at it. He's like, all right, cool. I'll take it. And I was like, and then I saw what they looked like, because they were like the sour rings. And I was like, oh.
Yeah,
I was like, oh. Case Kid, okay.
Hard pass.
And then she looked at me, she goes, are you sure you don't want none? Now, mind you, I think I beat his mom once.
And I Declare War?
And I think she beat me twice. Nope. Yeah. And I looked at her and I was like, sure, why not? So I took the gummy. Then we continued playing I Declare War.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think in the process of me and his sister playing I Declare War, I started feeling funny.
I bet you did. And listen, we're going to pause because I want to tell you this is your opportunity to hit that subscribe button because this is the fun that you miss out on when you don't have that button subscribed. Like, you won't know when our next episode on who knows what will drop. So this is your moment to hit that subscribe button. All right, continue.
So, yeah. So, while we were playing, his sister kind of stopped. Or I don't know what happened. I just felt funny.
Was everyone eating gummies?
She didn't have one, which was weird. So it was just me and the partner. He ate one. Then he went outside and he left me upstairs with them while I was playing. And as I was feeling funny, I was like, I'll be back. I went downstairs and I was like, he was like, you high? I said, I am. I just want to get something to eat. You said if I eat, it calms it down. He goes, wait, did you eat one of the I said, yes. He goes, that's not going to help. And I said, it's not. And I proceeded to get more high. I couldn't sit in the chair. I just started laughing. And he looked at me. He said, wait, you actually ate the gummy? And I was like, yeah, was I not supposed to?
Real talk.
And he said, no. He goes, you're a newbie. No. I was like,
that's why you gotta start lower. I mean, not that we absolutely do not endorse.
We do not endorse. But you also grown.
Any kind of drug use.
You're grown and you make your own decisions. And I made my own decision.
Only if you're above, again, this is another one for 18 and over.
Yeah. I think this should be for people who are 25 and older. Because I don't think 21-year-olds would know how to handle this. Because I sure didn't know how to handle this. Either way, I had 100 milligrams.
That's crazy work.
So all I did was, once I went back upstairs, because he tried to leave me in the car. I said, don't leave me in the car. So here I go trying to run. I go upstairs. I just started busting out laughing. Just was laughing. I couldn't stop laughing. I put glasses on my eyes because I couldn't see because they were swollen. It was just, and his mom was the most great person ever. His other little sister just stared at me like, what the hell is wrong with you? And I was like, oh my gosh, you don't like me? His other sister's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that you've never really had these before.
I said 100.
And what made it worse, she goes, yeah, I got them from California. So they were real.
Oh my God.
And his mom was just like, kept telling his sister, she's okay. She's just on a nice little trip. She'll be all right. She'll be okay. And she goes, you okay? I said, yeah, I'm fine. And then I got up and then I proceeded to cry because I was like, I'm lying in front of your family. This is bad.
Okay.
Anyway.
So clearly you didn't win the ID clearly.
No, I did. I won a couple. But then we stopped playing because then I couldn't play no more because I just kept laughing if everything was funny. And then I started getting emotional. And then,
yeah. We're going to head to our top two?
Yep. Top two.
She took us on a journey. All right.
Ooh,
you ready?
Lord, I don't know.
Top two. No.
I feel like that should be number one.
Nope. You know why? Because number one causes wars and riots.
But two causes Uno causes worse.
I know, but this was even worse.
Right.
Nah.
All
Let me tell you about Uno. No. Y'all, I mean, out there, if y'all disagree, y'all can go ahead and
put it in the comments.
Insert the other games that you feel cause drama in your house. Because, I mean, in some people's house, maybe Old Maid is serious. I don't know.
I know Goldfish. Goldfish, bitch.
Goldfish took us on a journey too when their kids were little. Mention. Anyway, another honorable mention. We got so many. All right, so Uno. First of all, everybody got damn different rules for Uno. Let me tell you about my recent Uno experience because we love Uno. We love Uno. You want to know how my kids started talking junk? Uno. And I remember playing with them when they were like 6 and like maybe 7, 8-ish. Because, they're about 18 months apart. And feeling my feelings hurt with the things that was coming out of their mouth. And they weren't cursing or anything. They were just like, you suck. Like, first of all, I am excellent at Uno. The problem is everybody has different rules in how they play. We tried to play the normal way, but it was boring.
Normal way.
It was boring.
Absolutely
it took too long. So we don't. So my new game, I went and bought Uno No Mercy. That was a mistake. I'm going to tell you why that was a mistake. That's not about strategy. That's about luck. And that's some BS. So.
Those are for the people who
we
don't
got into
know
a bit
how
of
to
a.
play.
Exactly. We got into a bit of kerfluffle at my house.
Ooh.
We did.
Oh, that's a good one. When you put that on a shirt. Kerfluffle. Clock it.
What are those?
I copyrighted. It's mine.
We had a whole situation here 2 days ago.
Kerfluffle?
Kerfluffle. Yes, I'll send it to you in a text.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely will. And when I tell you, me and my son got shut out both games, I was like, I'm not playing anymore. This is not about my husband, who cannot win an Uno game to save his life, okay? Now, I'm sure he could win spades, but I don't know how to play that, so I'm not playing, as we already established. But Uno? Girl, I mean, I wasn't talking to nobody by the end of the night. I was like, all y'all could kick rocks today. They was lucky I fed them. That's how angry I was. Oh. They're lucky that I had to feed them first, because if it was second, they would have had sandwiches or cereal, because how you going to do me like that? And then there's a rule with Uno No Mercy that you can't have more than 25 cards. But of course, it doesn't have draw 4s. It has draw 10s. You have all these ways you can stack, but not stack. You can move the people who have to pick up the cards to the left. Like, what kind of nonsense? So I'm telling you, if you want your family to survive and to bond, do not play Uno No Mercy. Hell, probably skip all the Unos, to be honest, because we have 4 different Uno games. We have the ones that are even floatable at this point, like we're going to play it at some pool or something.
Yeah, like, and then, once the kids started playing with them, I lost them and then I threw them away. Yeah. I was just.
No, we have literally, there's probably like 3 or 4 Uno decks around here. It's serious. It's serious.
Oh, hold on.
You gonna go find the Uno decks? Yeah, no. I got Uno No Mercy. Let me see the other Unos we got. Oh, I had the Uno that has the that spits out the cards at you. I don't know what that one special Uno is called. Uno Attack, maybe. We have that one. I don't have giant Uno. Okay, that's a reason to go to the store. My husband's gonna hate you.
Let me tell you.
He's gonna hate you. So how is Uno? Like, you gotta know. There's Uno teams, but I've never seen that one.
Listen.
No, we played Uno Flip too, where they had both sides and the back of the card.
No.
Okay, yeah, it's not as fun as the original.
It's not good.
Though.
But let me tell you, Giant Uno has caused trouble in my house.
Has it?
And to the point where my partner says he doesn't even want to play Uno with me. He goes, because you're too competitive. You're too excited that you beat these kids. I said, because They need to
You're
know.
supposed to be.
This is how we play. If you can't
Exactly.
stand in the kitchen and don't want me to slip a card down on you, then I don't know what you want me to tell you. Because if I'm Uno and I'm Uno out and I'm Uno out and I'm okay, and this is the rules I play with. Okay, this is I feel like this is the standard.
I blame my father for
Yes, this is the standard Black household Uno card game. If you playing, we can stack them. We can reverse on you as you reverse on me. I can skip you and skip whoever else, ever else, and come right back to me. I can sit here. Yeah, I can reverse to you and go, haha, psych, reverse back to me so I can go. And oh, you got to draw 2, nigga. I got to draw 4 on top of your draw 2. And you know what? I'm gonna give you a draw 8. How about that? And the color is yellow, and put a draw 2
and 12,
and then put my draw 2 on top of that. So now you're gonna be looking at me like, well, how many? I don't know. You need to count that up. How many cards you got to pick up, homie? Because I only got 1, so figure it out.
And don't you run out of cards that way?
Absolutely.
You sit here like
absolutely. And then if you don't say Uno, and you got 1 card, you better pick up that 2. Let's go. Pick up that 2 right there. I ain't got time for this. We're going to
100%.
Let's go. Keep going.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how we do in my house too. Like I said, that's why it's angry.
Yeah, no.
It's a real angry, serious game. We got to space it out. But I need to be redeemed from that BS Uno game. So we're definitely playing again.
Yes. I said play again.
I am the best Uno player in this house. All right. And our number 1. The world can end when you play this game in your house.
Monopoly.
And the reason why I picked Monopoly at number 1 is that
negotiators.
I want to shout out our brother, Molly.
Molly Mo!
Because when I tell you, that man knew how to do side deals like no other. He is the reason I was able to win more often than not, because the side deals were real. So, all right, you don't have to pay this percentage of rent. What if I, instead of, because I can't afford the rent that you asking me for. I wish real life was this. You know what I'm saying? I can't afford rent. Let me barter some other things that you might want instead. Because the way he bartered, even though he didn't know what he was doing, which is why I always got to beat him. All right, I can't pay your rent, so let me give you, I need you to complete my set, please.
Let me get that card over there, and I'm gonna give you this card.
I'm gonna let you continue playing to lose.
Or how about this? How all of a sudden we got hotels? You be like, where you get a hotel from? How you get a hotel? I can sit here, especially when they were the money people. Well, I could actually give you.
The banker could not. Yeah, we also learned who not to trust with funds
because in the banker.
So I was always the banker because y'all people.
I did. I definitely sold houses. You want a house? I'll give you a house. Give me $10. Give me $15.
That's why you can't play with her, people. That's why you can't play with her, because it's not right.
You want a hotel versus a house? Oh, that's gonna cost you about $50. You got 50? Oh, okay. And then does not get. Let me not. So you have a whole bunch of more money. Well, actually, you want 2 hotels. That's gonna cost you $250. You got $250? All right, cool. I'll give you a hotel for $250.
Crazy. The bank does not negotiate.
Yeah,
that's not how this works. No. And we have played all the Monopolies. We played the ones with like credit cards. I have like 3 different types of Monopolies at home too, because it's so fun. I even sometimes look for the ones that have like, by city, like the Atlanta Monopoly or whatever. But the one that I like the most right now is the brand one, where you can buy like Apple and Spotify and like, because those mean something to my kids, whereas Park Place and Boardwalk, they was like, they ain't really care. But when I tell you it causes wars, that is the one that my husband, I was like, you better not come nowhere near me. I don't want to speak to you. Don't breathe on me. Don't try to give me a hug. I'm not feeding you or these children for the next 2 weeks. Like, obviously I couldn't stick to that. But I was serious in the moment, because how you gonna make side deals with somebody who's not your actual partner? Like, your kid is not your partner, man.
Tell me I'm wrong. Fair and love and war, and you're playing a game.
No, it's not.
That's the one game I have not taught my kids, because they ain't ready. They not ready. They can't.
You ain't taught them Monopoly?
No.
Coming to
they
visit.
not ready. They not ready. You know why they not ready?
Auntie's
between hormonal changes and puberty, and the youngest feeling like he needs to be in the right stage, and then I can see the 10-year-old, the recent graduate. I can see him trying to scheme and plot, and then if you don't want to, now he's going to have a fit, and he's scheming and plotting and go, I'm not doing nothing. So no.
See,
No, we haven't played that game. Granted, I got like junior Monopoly to try to teach them how to at least play.
we
To
didn't
at least
even
teach them
get no
sportsmanship.
gateway.
And
There
you
was no
know,
gateway drug.
it definitely went left. It just wasn't it.
Wasn't
Yeah.
it?
But you know what? I feel like we need to do some honorable mentions real quick before we,
Okay.
Connect.
Let's wrap up with some honorable mentions. I'm just gonna
Connect
say,
4.
like I said,
Connect 4.
Connect 4 is another one
Checkers.
because only 2 people can play. Checkers is another one. We played badminton. I learned how to do that.
Pinochle.
I never.
I learned how to play. I used to be around a whole bunch of adults, and that would be crucial, especially if they were playing Big Whist and Pinochle. You had a Pinochle table and a Big Whist table, and they was talking junk. And I learned how to play, and I'm like, you can't. I don't know what to tell you. Let's see what else. Another honorable mention that Candyland.
I was gonna say that, but I was like, I don't know how to feel about Candyland. I also
And
still
Chutes and
have
Ladders.
Candyland. I need to. Yeah, I didn't play Chutes and Ladders.
But Candyland,
we
definitely we played Candyland. That was not a.
And that got serious too,
Yeah.
especially with the little kids because they didn't want to lose.
And yeah.
And it was like, this ain't really candy. You know what I'm
Like, you're
saying?
not really
Like, the
winning
world out
anything.
here.
And they're like, no.
No.
You need no.
No. Oh, but the other thing I forgot to mention about Monopoly was our lottery system, which also caused problems. So anytime, you would have to, you lost money, we would put it underneath the free parking.
That's true.
And you would win the lottery.
That's true.
So that's another thing to help you if you suck at that game and you need additional rules. So, all right, we had a fun time counting down our top games that will destroy your household if you play them. But all in fun and love. It's a competitive spirit. It helps. I ain't gonna say it helps team building, but it definitely
builds character.
There you go. That's what our father said. Losing builds character. You win or you learn. That was it.
Or you just sit over there in the corner because we're not gonna deal with it. Can't be a sore loser.
Nope. And again, there's no tears on game night. All right, so we want to thank you for joining us for our special episode this week. And want to remind you, this is your opportunity. If you enjoyed this episode or you have some more games that we have not mentioned, we ain't talk about poker. I did learn how to play that.
I know
That's
I played
a long story.
Blackjack. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know what kind of childhood. What? How'd you learn blackjack?
Ooh, crazy eights. When you have a deck,
I don't know what.
Okay, so when you have a deck of Uno cards, you have regular cards. They were your Uno. Crazy eights. People, if you know what crazy eights is, like this, put it in the comments so then Kiara knows what we're talking about, because that was a game that we played. That was a game, especially when we were in high school and in the lunchroom. Yeah, man. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
All right, sorry. It was your opportunity to hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet, because it's fun hanging out with us, right?
And if it ain't fun for you, it sucks to be you.
Okay, anyway, I don't know where she was going with that, but please like, share, and comment. You can follow Main Event Mamas on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X/Twitter. Am I forgetting something?
You said face.
Threads. You could also visit us at www.maineventmamaspodcast.com because, I don't quite remember. Where else can you listen to this podcast?
So you can listen to us on Pocket Podcasts, on Spotify for sure, and see us. And iHeartMusic, iHeartRadio.
Yes.
Wow, geez. iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Amazon Audio.
Audible.
Yes, Audible. But I don't know why you wouldn't want to see us. But make sure you sit here and press that subscribe button and share with us, because we are fun.
Yes, and also, we want to say, we are so
true to this. And this was Main Event Mamas.